We've all felt that rise, haven't we? That feeling of success, achievement, it's like you're unstoppable.
Yeah, it's a powerful feeling.
But what if that exact strength, that feeling, becomes your biggest weakness? Today, we're diving deep into, well, a really potent story from 2 Chronicles 26. It's about King Uzziah.
Mm-hmm.
And our aim isn't just, retelling an old story.
Mm-hmm.
We want to really understand his reign, the highs, the lows, that critical turning point.
And crucially, what it means for us today, especially thinking about obedience and faith.
Exactly. We'll look at the historical account itself and then draw out those lessons that still, frankly, hit pretty close to home.
Okay, so where do we start with Uzziah? His beginning is quite remarkable, isn't it?
It really is. He becomes king super young, just 16. And he rules for, 52 years? That's a huge reign.
52 years in Jerusalem. And the record is clear, initially at least. He did what was right in the sight of the Lord.
Right, it wasn't just a statement. It points to his actions. He actively sought God,
Mhm.
especially while Zechariah, who apparently had this insight into divine visions, was around.
And there's that direct link made in text. As long as he sought the Lord, God made him prosper. It's stated so plainly.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About that connection between seeking something beyond ourselves and, tangible success. Because his success was tangible.
Oh, absolutely. Look at his military record. He took on the Philistines, broke down their key city walls, Gath, Jabneh, Ashdod. He even built cities in their territory.
That's bold.
Very. And it wasn't just them. The text says God helped him against others too. The Arabians, the Mehunim. His influence spread. People brought him tribute. His fame reached Egypt.
So it paints a picture of a kingdom really flourishing, becoming exceedingly strong under his leadership.
Definitely. But it wasn't only military strength. You mentioned his other achievements.
Yeah, the building projects. He seriously fortified Jerusalem, towers at the corner gate, the valley gate, key strategic points.
Smart moves for defense.
And beyond the city, too. Towers in the desert, digging lots of wells. It says he had a lot of cattle and loved husbandry. So
Right.
Infrastructure, agriculture, not just warfare.
It shows a well-rounded approach to leadership, doesn't it? Investing in the kingdom's foundations.
And his military wasn't just large, it was organized. Clear leadership structure.
And technologically advanced for the time? Shields, spears, bows, sure, but also those engines invented by cunning men.
Right, on the towers, shooting arrows and large stones. That's some serious defensive tech.
It really sums it up when it says his name spread far, because he was marvelously helped till he was strong. That phrase, till he was strong, feels ominous looking back.
Exactly. Because that's the pivot, isn't it?
Yeah.
But when he was strong, his heart was lifted up to his destruction. Such a stark contrast.
It's dramatic. All that success, all that divine help, and then pride seems to just take over.
What was the specific act? What did he do that crossed the line?
He went into the temple, the holy place, to burn incense on the altar of incense.
Okay, why was that so bad? Kings offered sacrifices, didn't they?
Some did, but burning incense on that particular altar was a very specific duty, reserved only for the consecrated priests, the descendants of Aaron. It wasn't a king's job. He was overstepping massively.
So he was blurring the lines between royal authority and priestly duty.
Precisely. And he wasn't just ignorant. Azariah the priest, along with 80 other priests described as valiant men, confronted him.
Wow, 80 priests. That's quite a delegation. It takes guts to stand up to a powerful king like that.
Absolutely. They told him straight, it's not for you, Uzziah, to burn incense to the Lord, but for the priests. You have transgressed, and it will not be for your honor from the Lord God.
How did Uzziah react? Did he listen?
No. He got angry. He was actually holding the censer, ready to burn the incense when they confronted him. And in that moment of wrath, of defiance,
Leprosy. It says it broke out right on his forehead.
instantly, right there in the temple beside the incense altar, the consequence was immediate, public, and devastating.
And unavoidable. The priest rushed him out, but it says he himself hurried to leave too, because he knew the Lord had struck him.
Imagine that fall, from the height of power and fame to being declared unclean, isolated.
He lived the rest of his life as a leper, in a separate house, cut off from the temple he'd trespassed in. His son Jotham had to take over running the kingdom.
Even in death, the separation continued. Buried in the royal field, but not in the tombs of the kings themselves, a permanent mark of his transgression.
It's such a powerful story. When we think about applying it today, what are the big takeaways?
Well, first, that initial point, success often came when he was seeking God. It really pushes back against the idea that it's all just our own effort, doesn't it?
It does. It makes you ask, where do we truly derive our strength, our abilities? Is there connection to purpose?
And the importance of staying teachable. Zechariah was there early on, providing guidance. When Uzziah got strong, maybe he stopped listening. It highlights our need for wise counsel, for accountability.
Who are our Zechariahs? Are we open to hearing things we might not want to hear, especially when things are going well?
Which leads right into the danger of pride. His strengths became his downfall. That's maybe the clearest warning in the whole account. How do we guard against that?
It's tough, because success can easily feed the ego.
And the idea of knowing your role. Uzziah crossed a boundary into the priest's territory. For us, that might look different, maybe overstepping our expertise or trying to control things outside our calling.
Understanding our specific gifts and assignments, maybe, and staying within them.
Exactly, and the lasting consequences. Uzziah's past successes couldn't erase the outcome of his disobedience. Our choices really do shape our future, our legacy.
It's also interesting that he fell when he was strong, not weak. It suggests we need to keep seeking God, stay dependent, especially in the good times. Complacency is a real danger.
Absolutely. When you feel secure, that's often when you let your guard down. Staying rooted in wise counsel, avoiding that isolation that often comes with leadership or success, is vital.
And realizing that pride can be subtle. It can hide behind progress, behind skill. Outward success doesn't always mean inner health or humility.
It's about cultivating that humility alongside our talents.
So Uzziah's story, it starts so promisingly, but ends in tragedy because of ego, because of crossing boundaries. Finishing strong requires that long-haul humility and obedience.
It's a profound reminder, really.
So as we wrap up thinking about King Uzziah, blessed when he sought God, but brought low by pride, his life really underscores the critical need for humility, for staying in our lane, so to speak, and understanding that our choices have real, lasting weight.
It certainly makes you reflect. Which brings us to a question for you, our listener. Considering Uzziah's journey, his initial faithfulness, and then his fall from strength, where in your own life might you be tempted, maybe subtly, to rely only on your own successes or step outside the boundaries of your calling or convictions, potentially hindering your own path?